Alright, this is just a very random video I'm going to make about this game that's dead, but whatever. I just want to give it a try and maybe get myself back into the game, and I want to get a better mic someday, so don't worry. So let's get started. This is going to be my opinions on each and every formation, so let's get started. V form. V form is mainly, as it says, an attack-oriented formation. This is mainly if you want number 10 to do, like, hard, like, really, really hard. Like, but it's also useful in terms of, like, 8 and 7 and anyone else who gets on the line. You see the line, the outline there? Okay, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. The lines on the edges here. I'll use my mouse. Hopefully my mouse appears. I don't know if it does. Does it? It probably doesn't, but whatever. So where 8 and 7 is those lines. If you use wing attack with those people there, with those whatever there, they will get a plus 20 bonus. As usual, you get the usual plus 10 boost to aerial shot, so it's pretty fine. This is good if you want to evade a lot of people and you want to be a little bit of attack-oriented too and aggressive. And you don't really care about defense. So if you have Letty as your goalkeeper or a very competent goalkeeper that you're very confident can stop anything, this is a pretty good formation. A pretty damn good formation. So V form is for anyone who wants to dodge opponents rather more easily. Double wieners. This is an interesting one that I'm kind of adapting to and getting more interested in. Number 9 and 7 will move 1.5 times as fast. They will speed up if they have the ball for an extended period of time. 11, you put some of your chips and whatever, all of your eggs, some of your eggs, and most of your eggs in the basket of 11. 11 is your main attacker here. 11's going to be the one who shoots hard, and they get a plus 10 bonus to shoot and a plus 10 bonus to power. So if you want number 9 and 7 to get past everyone and you're mainly going for crosses, this is your best one. If you want crosses. And you want number 9 and 7 are speedsters or something, or you just want to be really fucking fast and dodge everything. This works good with wing attack. And there's always the aerial bonus, so that's nice. This is a good formation. Diamond, pretty fucking useless in my opinion, but what it's supposed to do is give aerial attack to forwards more than by 1.5, the default one you get. That's not really special. The midfielders have a success rate for pass cut identical to choose an intercept. So if number 6, let me check. If I were to put it here, number 7, 6, and 10, 6, 8, 7 have a better intercepting chance. So you'd want to use this if number 6, 8, 10, 7, or anyone in there is very good at stopping the ball. So I guess if they have a great intercept set or something, you would want to use this, but if you give them Hunter's armband, this doesn't really fucking matter, and it becomes useless as a formation. But I guess if you kind of want to put your eggs in a basket of trying to stop the ball, intercepting it, like Pacioli or whatever, this is a pretty good bet. A pretty decent bet. But overall, this formation kind of sucks. Can I put this in tiers? I don't know. I should make a tier list probably. But we won't. Orthodox. It's just the basic default one, I guess, if you want to go to get more guts. But really, come on. There's better things to do than... If you are starting out on the game and you're a beginner, then I guess this formation is your best option because it helps build your recovery rate. It helps you get more guts. But as you learn and as you play the game and get experience, you start to know how to manage your guts. So Orthodox is pretty useless, but I mean, if you want more, if you like the players on the field, I guess it's interesting. Orthodox is okay, and it's fine, but for a beginner, in my opinion, but it's beginner-oriented. There's no shame in that, okay? Hakurei type. Hakurei type puts all your eggs in the basket of 10. 10 gets a huge buff to everything. I can't lay out the specifics for you, just a big buff. They are faster, I think they shoot harder, their aerial attacks are great, but everyone else gets no bonus. And the other opponent shouldn't mark this number 10, and I have had difficulty with this formation. The formation just tries to rely too much on 10. Here's the big issue. When you run out of guts for number 10, number 10's usefulness just kind of fizzles out. You're oriented on guts. You need guts. If you run out of guts, you have to replace it with someone. So I guess if you have a lot of attackers, but no. If you have a lot of attackers, you're best put in a formation that prioritizes those attackers. If you only have really one attacker, your best bet's just to do a Hakurei type. But I mean, it's kind of iffy in the end. So, Two Top, my personal favorite. It's my personal favorite because Cherno is one of the greatest defenders, probably the best defender of the game, I would say. And she is number 4, and she can pretty much stop anything and whatnot. This is my personal favorite, so this is biased. The reason why I like this so much is because if you want to go for aerial attacks, 11 and 9 will probably be your main attackers, and they are boosted. 5 and 8 get a speed bonus, and they're boosted for aerial defense. And usually your defenders, like I like to put 5 as Aaron and 8 as Suka. I probably butcher her name. I don't give a fuck, but these are pretty good at defenders, and these help the defenders a bit. 2 and 3 or 4 are like your last line of defense, but it's nice for 5 and 8 to get a boost and be an even better defense. If you can compensate by putting 4 as Cherno, 2 as, I don't know, Iki, and 3 as anyone that's a defender, kind, competent, it works. It works pretty damn well. I would say if you get Kind's Blur Desperation, you can put her at number 4 for a bit. She can stop anything, I think. Kayashino, or whatever it's called. It's actually a formation in soccer, from what I heard. This is just defense-oriented. That's it, really. If you want to start defending, then okay, but this formation gets iffy. I mean, if you're desperate, then you need to use this formation for defending, but and if your offense is all exhausted, then I guess use this. I guess, yeah, that would be the main point. If all of your resources are exhausted, your forwards need guts, it's probably best to use this. Additionally, number 5 has a better chance of defending. They get a boost to their stats. Number 7 is interesting. If you use the overlap command, number 7 will accelerate. Number 7 will get a 2.2 times boost to their aerial attack, making them very, very powerful if you can pull it off. If you can't pull it off, you will pay the consequences because everyone's forward. 8 and 10 get a 1.5 boost as well when overlap. So, or it's really this, I guess the point of this is when you get the ball to counterattack. When do you want to counterattack? But as I say, a good offense is a good defense. So if I were to go through these and put them in tiers, what would it be? In V form, like a pretty good A tier. This is decent. This is pretty good. There's no real falls here. If you have Letty on your team, this can be an S tier team, an S tier formation. Double wieners. It depends, but I put this in S tier. The reason being, it's because when you can go very fast with 9 and 7 to get set up, to set up crosses which means it can't be intercepted. You can pretty much guarantee you're going to get the ball in most of the time. Crosses are very important in this game, more than people would admit. So S tier. Diamond, D tier. Not E or F tier, but D tier in my opinion. I mean, this does not really do anything. Unless you have gods in 6, 8, 10, and 7 who mainly intercept, or you. This is okay. If you have the Hunter's Armband, then it's just not great. It doesn't really do anything. It's just for defending, I guess. Or if the middle is the focus, or if you have 8 and 6 and 10 and 7 marking someone, and you need to get the ball off them, or they're pass savvy, then yeah, I guess Diamond's okay in that regard. But in most situations, I'm not feeling it. Orthodox, see, Orthodox just manages to do what it's supposed to do. It increases your guts recovery and whatnot, so you can keep going and keep playing. I guess if most of the majority of your team has low guts, you want to use this. But this is a beginner oriented, in my opinion. It just helps boost your recovery. +5 to recovery. That's it. And the worst part is it doesn't even work with Pacholi. So I mean, really, Hakurei type B tier. I mean, it's good for your number 10 if you need to put all your eggs in one basket. If you only have one attacker or forward, like Flandre is number 10, number 9 is not someone great, then I guess number 10 has to fill in the void somewhere. So number 10, this formation shall only be used if you don't have any other attacker. Now look at my team right now, as you can see. I have Reimu and Alice. And generally, Reimu is the best attacker, so Hakurei formation is fair to prioritize Reimu. So I would say this formation is best with if you only have one person who can do what you need to do. Now this rating these are not for niches. I mean, there's going to be niches and whatever, but this is for general formation. 2 top. Ironically, I'm only going to put this in A tier. The reason being is due to personal bias, I like to use this, but the reason why this isn't the greatest is because from a general consensus point, well, I'm going to put this in A plus tier, I guess. A plus. Now, 11 and 9 can get, if you can easily cross the ball with 6 and 7, which is nice. You can get a wing attack formation and get a +10 to boost dribble, which is nice. 11, this prioritizes aerial attacks. You know, heading the ball, headbutting the ball, headers, or kicking the ball and volleys. Those matter, but if the goalkeeper or someone is a CPU and is like cut any goalkeeper that has a special save or high stats, this is risky. Every goalkeeper has a weakness, but you have to be careful with this one. But you do get a lot of advantages, in my opinion, as Cherno is in a very favorable position, so it's A tier. Catachino. I don't know how to rate this one, so I would probably put it in. It's super niche. That's the issue. So I would probably put it in E tier. I mean, this is for niche. In niches, like if you need to defend, I guess this can be a good tier. But the issue is a good offense is a good defense. This is just putting all your cards in defense. And really, how good is that? How good is putting all your cards in defense? If you can't really counterattack. Now, given you can use the overlap command to initiate a counterattack and try to get a score. So if you have like Yuyuko as number 7, which she has very high air balls, she can probably be a goddess in terms of this. This is good for counterattacks if you know how to do it, but overall, in the end, you're really not going to use this formation too much if you learn the game. A good offense is a good defense, as I say, and a lot of people say. Probably not for this game, but yeah. So those are my ratings on all the formations. So hopefully you'll pick the best one. They're all niche in some category, but some are superior in my opinion, are best for general positions. So yeah, that's my opinion. Hope you liked it. Probably didn't. Will I return? Probably not. Actually, I probably will. We'll see. See ya.